So this is some interesting news that came out today. I've actually learned quite a bit reading through this, but Team Xecuter, I'm very aware of who they are. I'm just not fully familiar with everything they do. I know they're known for like the SX line of products for Nintendo Switch hacking, and I've talked about some of that stuff in the past, and I've had companies reach out to me offering for me to do reviews on those products, and I just flat out refused. Nintendo would just jump down on people doing hacking videos for the Nintendo Switch. I just stay away from that stuff. I'll talk about that a little bit more, but I want to go through this because there's a lot of interesting information. So, two members of the notorious video game piracy group, Team Xecuter, are in custody, arrested on indictment from Western District of Washington. This is some crazy stuff. And like I said, there's a lot more going on here, not just the Nintendo Switch stuff, things that we've talked about quite a bit in the past as well. So Max Lauren, 48, a French national, Yuning Chen, 35, a Chinese national, and Gary Bowser. Yes, Bowser. What kind of name is that? Holy crap, being into that Nintendo Switch hacking market, having the name Bowser, that's nuts. He's a Canadian national who was in the Dominican Republic. They were charged in a federal indictment that was unsealed today. That's how we got all this information. We're on justice.gov right here looking at this. So they state that they're a notorious international criminal group that reaped the legal profits for years, by pirating video game technology of U.S. companies. Nintendo's a Japanese company, but I get where they're coming at here. There's actually a lot more, not just Nintendo. I wasn't even aware that these people were involved in these other products. The True Blue Mini, anyone? I had no idea. Holy crap. So they said they went so far as to make customers pay licensing fees for stolen games that essentially they're saying that these guys, they actually provided games to people. And I thought when I first seen like this SX product that it was just you enabling your system to be able to add stuff to it. Sure, pirate games or homebrew, whatever you wanted to do with it. And I was like, wait, they weren't giving you games, were they? And I'm not 100% if they did provide any kind of websites or they were linked to anything like that, because there's a lot of information here saying how they were hiding, what they were doing. So let's read a little bit more. I just highlighted some of the interesting stuff. They state this conduct doesn't just harm billion-dollar companies, it hijacks the hard work of individuals working to advance in the video game industry, how they're committed to going after these people. Imagine if something you invented was stolen and then marketed, sold to customers around the world. That's exactly what Team Xecuter's doing. That's why they went after them. So their criminal enterprise is comprised of over a dozen individual members located around the world. It's a worldwide international criminal group is what they're saying here. So this indictment alleges that Team Xecuter continuously sought to evade enforcement efforts by victim companies, like when Nintendo was going after all the sites selling these products, right? That they were essentially like opening tons of different businesses, different names, different companies to sell these things. They monopolized this industry and kind of cloaked what, they weren't cloaking what they were doing. They were just, doing what they were doing, but then using tons of other companies to do that as well to evade, any, people like Nintendo coming after them. Notably, Team Xecuter attempted to protect its overall business by using a wide variety of brands, websites, and distribution channels, according to the indictment. From approximately June 2013 to August 2020, Team Xecuter used a variety of product names for its devices, such as the Gateway 3DS, the Stargate. I've heard of those. The True Blue Mini. What? The True Blue Mini, the PlayStation Classic hack. They've also done one for the Sega Genesis and for the C64 Mini. The Classic 2 Magic and the SX line of devices that were for the Nintendo Switch. Team Xecuter at times cloaked its illegal activities with a purported desire to support gaming enthusiasts. So essentially, they're just saying like they were hiding behind that their products aren't meant for piracy; it's meant for homebrew. And I get that approach. I get hiding behind that. But yeah, most people who are buying these products, let's just be honest, you weren't using it to make your own games. You weren't using it for homebrew. You were using it to add stuff to, whatever console. I'm not knocking anybody. I've covered a lot of this kind of stuff, hacking consoles, emulation, that kind of thing. I'm no hypocrite here. I'm just reporting what's going on. It's pretty crazy here. So in September 2020, Lauren and Bowser, they were both arrested. So the guy from China, what was his name? Yuning Chen. He's in Shenzhen. Good luck getting him, right? He wasn't arrested. It was just these two other guys. So crazy. Lauren and Bowser were arrested abroad in connection with the charges in this case. The United States will seek Lauren's extradition to stand trial in the United States. Bowser, King Koopa, was arrested and deported from the Dominican Republic and actually appeared today in federal court in New Jersey. They got him. They're bringing these guys out. How did they catch them? That's the crazy thing, right? I mean, the FBI is involved. They're going after these guys. There's supposed to be over a dozen people working within this criminal organization. It's like a freaking video game pirating freaking mafia here. Freaking nuts. They state that each defendant, they're charged with a host of freaking felony counts. Conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Wire fraud. You got conspiracy to commit it, and then you actually committed it. So that's 2 charges. Conspiracy to circumvent technological measures and to traffic in circumvention devices, trafficking in circumvention devices, and conspiracy to commit money laundering. These guys were a huge criminal organization, freaking nuts. They're merely allegations. They got to state, they're presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I've heard and I've read in other articles and places that are reporting on this that have a little bit of information that these guys, they're facing up to 20 years in prison. Do we have the space for video game pirates in prison right now? I don't know, but this is crazy. And I think it's nuts. I seen on the Team Xecuter website on their support forums, not very active, it looks like. But from what I could tell, this is their website and their support forums. And they're just like people asking, with the news of these leaders of Team Xecuter getting arrested, will there be updates for new firmware? That's what people are worried about. They're not worried about the well-being of these guys who have been arrested. They're worried about getting their firmware updates. Damn. Holy crap, right? So they're saying in that article there about this arrest, how they would charge licensing fees and all that. And I'm not extremely familiar with the Switch hacks, so I don't know how they went about doing all that. But I also seen on Twitter, I'm always digging around trying to find what's going on out here. And as far as I could tell, and as far as reading through the Team Xecuter website, this is supposedly the official Team Xecuter Twitter account. It says it's official. I mean, I could put I'm official anybody, who's to know for sure. But from everything that I've been digging into, people are saying this is the official Team Xecuter Twitter account. They joined in May of 2020, but they've been around for a while. So I would wonder, did they have an account before? Maybe it got banned. I don't know 100%. But I was just looking at some of their tweets here. There's not a lot of activity. Use code XQ for 10% off G Fuel. I don't know if that's just, they actually have a coupon code. I don't know. And then this one I thought was pretty funny. Spawn Wave down here. Wow, they arrested Team Xecuter. They had to quote tweet them, nah, bitch, I'm good. Of course, there's, so many people within this organization. And I believe in one of these messages here on this thing, somebody said it pretty good. Pretty sure that cutting the head of the Hydra just results in a new head. That's exactly what's going on, man. And then some other very naughty things these guys are saying. I'm sopping wet right now. Come on, Nintendo. Teasing them, man. If this is the official account, this one right here, Team Xecuter ES, the unofficial. So there's an unofficial, and then these guys are the official. But how are you supposed to know? Look, their names are very similar, right? So maybe is this one new? No, this one joined in April. Okay. And yeah, so they don't really have much going on this account. Oh, and the Justice Department, bitches. Okay. They're getting pretty out there. Jokes on Twitter, we are the rate limit. This was meant to be posted hours ago, but I don't even know. That was back in August. Okay. All right. So they're getting a little uppity here. Like I said, I don't know 100% if this is their official account, but this is what's going on out there. A lot of craziness. Team Xecuter, they're not gone. It's just a few people within that organization have been busted. Are they going to, here's the thing. If they get told, You could face up to 20 years in prison, give up everybody else, names, whatever. They could give up a lot of freaking information out there to get a lesser sentence. That could happen. I don't know. Will they take down the full organization here? Depends on how loyal these guys are, right? Depends on what the Justice Department, the FBI can get from them and get out of them. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Very crazy stuff. Just wanted to share this with you guys. Appreciate you watching. With that said, I will catch y'all next time. Peace out. Bye-bye, and boom. Bye.